Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be doing another video on chords, more specifically the shoegaze chords of the band My Bloody Valentine. I'd also like to thank you guys for all the support on the last video. I see the message and I'm going to keep making more videos like this. Before we get into that though, I want to mention that the best way to support the channel and what I do here is by checking out my online shop, where you can get drum loops, samples and presets to help make your music. And I've just launched a Title Fight inspired drum loop pack, which you can check out. On top of that, to say thanks for all the support on the last video, I've decided to put my drum bundle that has all of my drum packs on sale for 30%. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So a lot of the time, My Bloody Valentine uses alternate tunings, and today I'm going to try to show some standard tuning examples of some of the chords you can use to get their sound. The first chord is one I showed in the last video, and that's this sus chord. I feel like this chord has an even bigger impact in a shoegaze context. It sounds like an even bigger and more powerful power chord. You can even bar your pinky and add the sixth on top of it for a really nice added melody. And you can hear this chord being used on the song When You Sleep. Next chord is this really cool 6 sus2 chord. Now, I'm a sucker for chord voicings that have some open strings, and this just sounds fat and fantastic with some shoegaze fuzz. By the way, if you like the tones you're hearing in this video, you should check out my Tone Machines preset pack. It's got a bunch of easily adjustable tones to make great sounds. Anyways, this chord even sounds great when you move it up and down the neck. And with all that fuzz, those open strings make the chord sound thick and full. You can hear this chord being used on the song Loomer. Now something similar to the last chord is this 6/9 chord. Nice. And by omitting the open strings, it becomes a major triad. And by moving the note on the G string down 1 fret, it becomes minor. And just like the last chord, it sounds great moved up and down the neck. Just try experimenting with it. Now, I do want to mention that shoegaze is like a lot of music from the 60s where chord choices aren't necessarily based on music theory. Take the Beatles, for example. Instead, the chords are kind of chosen for the vibe or the sound of the chord. So don't feel intimidated by all these funky chord names and scale degrees. Just see it as a tool in your tool belt that you can whip out whenever you need it. Next chord is another movable open string chord, and it's not really anything new, just a new approach. So if you take your normal major bar chord shape, but you leave out the top 2 strings ringing, you get this really nice open chord that is perfect for shoegaze. You should try experiment with what sounds good. But here's an A add 9 and a B add 11 using this technique. And you can hear this on the song Only Shallow. Next chord is this sus2 chord from the chorus of When You Sleep. This chord just has a really nice nostalgic quality to it, and like the last chord, is very familiar to your basic chord shapes, but this just has a little bit extra. You can even try and move this around and omit the top 2 strings like the last chords. Here's how it sounds. Now as a little bonus, let me show you the other chord from the chorus of When You Sleep with this really beautiful minor 9 voicing. Just really pretty with a lot of open strings, which I absolutely love. Now that we've gone over some chords, I'm going to try to do a little shoegazy jam over one of the drum loops from my Genre Loops drum pack that has a bunch of alternative rock inspired drum loops, and honestly this is one of my favorite ways to come up with song ideas, just jamming over some loops. Alright, here we go. Well, I hope you guys have learned something and that you can now go and create some songs with these ideas I've given you. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing. And if you want to support the channel again, please check out my online shop and get something from there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.